Today, I will rebuild the Nashville Predators, but there's a twist. We are currently in the 2028-29 season. The reason being, I tried to do this rebuild and win Roman Josi a Stanley Cup. He's one of my favorite players, but I failed. After 3 years, he retired, leaving the Nashville Predators as possibly the greatest player to ever play for this franchise. The most seasons, games played, and assists all time for Nashville, but I couldn't bring him a cup. Instead of starting over, I'm gonna live with this failure and still try to bring a Stanley Cup to the Nashville Predators because they have another player who I really like, Filip Forsberg. Me and him, we share something in common. Now, his is just the beginnings of a mustache. I'm a little bit more of a pro myself, but we both got some beautiful stashes. Currently, he's 34 years old. My goal is to win a Stanley Cup with Filip Forsberg still on the squad. I think Josi was either 37 or 38 years old when he retired, so we have about 3 or 4 years to get it done. Throughout these last 3 seasons that I played, though, I picked up some pretty good players: Wyatt Johnson, Logan Stankoven, and Matthew Nyes. I also had the number 5 overall pick in 2026. I took Dakota Petrovicki. I'm going to take what remains of this Panthers team and hopefully bring a championship to our brand new captain, Filip Forsberg. Slight technical difficulties. I was talking for a while, but the microphone was muted. I just made a move at the trade deadline. We're a pretty good team right now. We're the top of our division, but our division is one of the weakest in the league right now. At the deadline, I went out and made a move. Traded a ton of picks for Mikhail Sergachev. I think he looks great on that first pair next to the young guy. And I think in general, things look all right. Marcia Salt is regressing pretty hard right now. He's 38 years old. Steven Stamkos is 39. Ryan O'Reilly's 38. So there are a few players who are going to be leaving this lineup very soon, but I think we'll be okay. We have a lot of money. Hopefully free agency can do something for us. Currently, as we speak, Filip Forsberg has more points than Connor McDavid. Also, our defense really sucks. Finishing out this season, we're dropping in the standings. Barely gonna win more than 40 games. We might not make the playoffs. Never mind, we just made it. Coach Andrew Burnett, our goal came true. We're ready to go on our first run for Filip. We finished 43, 32, and 7. Filip Forsberg led the way with 87 points. I'm pretty proud of that. I just feel like we need a guy who can put up 100. We need a 1A stud in this crew. That's just something we do not have right now. But we do have some consistent performers up and down the lineup. Our first round, we have the Dallas Stars with Jason Robertson. Hopefully this goes our way. In my 3 years with Roman Josi, we only won 1 playoff series. I think we can double that, but we lost the first 2 games. We do win game 3 4-0, a statement game. Let's see what happens in games 4 and 5. We win both. It's almost been a week since the Dallas Stars have scored on us. 3 shutouts in a row, and we can't close it out in 6 games. We're gonna have to take this all the way to game 7. Nashville versus Dallas. Game 7, Filip Forsberg versus Jason Robertson. No goals in the first period. Second period, O'Reilly and Stankoven put up. Oh, no! Dallas scores 4 in the third to put us away. I was so proud of this team. I was so confident in this team. And we've got heartbreak in Nashville. We are not getting past the first round. Here's my question. Looking at this draft class, there's no franchise players, but there is an elite high. I don't know if I've ever drafted an elite high in a video, but I'm also curious how difficult is it to trade up? Because when it's a franchise medium at the top, trading up to that first overall pick, it's really hard. But if it's an elite high, we trade up there. We've got Steven Stamkos coming out. So if we can replace him with Max Melcherik as our second line center, I think he'll be ready for second line center off rip, and he'll develop nicely. I want to say that feels like it might be the move, but I also don't want to commit a ton of assets if he turns out to be buns and doesn't develop on our timeline. But if we do pick him up and he is cheap for 3 years, that's basically the time we're trying to win with Filip Forsberg. I might try and trade all the way up to pick number 1 Boston Bruins win the Stanley Cup. That was my last rebuild before this one. The first overall pick lies with the Florida Panthers. What happened to them? They're just all regressing, getting older. Damn. They're not even that old. All right, first round this year. Actually, what if I just give them 5 picks from this year? Good deal? No. First and second overall pick this year. Second overall pick next year. No, I think I'm gonna have to put a player in here. But I'm telling you, I believe in this move. I think it's the right move. You know, I could just put Brady Martin in there and see how that works. No. Let me see if they'll bite on another young prospect who isn't Brady Martin. They're still saying the value's not there whatsoever. How about another first round pick from 2031? Still not interested. All right, let me go Brady Martin. This might be a huge mistake. Martin turns out to be a dog in a few years, but they won't even say yes to that. It's close though. They're saying it's close. I don't know if this is worth it. I'm too deep now. There's no turning back. You better be some stud. 3 first-round picks, not even franchise, just elite high. That gotta be like the worst trade of all time. But I'm known for my trades. I'm known for getting it doesn't matter. I'll still win a Stanley Cup, I hope. And look, he's already got 3 abilities. This guy's gonna be a stud. He's 78 overall. I was hoping for an 82. Ooh, picked up an elite medium goalie in the 3rd round. I don't know how valuable he's gonna be, but if I did get scammed, I can make up the value with goated later round draft picks. You know, I really don't need another goalie, but we're saying elite medium confirmed and a gem on Lucas Gisbers. So that does mean trade value, although he's only a 47 overall. There's also a confirmed elite low. He's a really low draft pick, so he might be like a 40 overall, but elite potential always carries weight in the trades, always develops. Not a bad 7th round draft pick at all. Realistically, only time will tell if I just scammed myself or if I won that trade. The only real way we win that trade is if I win a Stanley Cup in the next 3 years. And I think we can do that. No issues re-signing anyone, but we are going to let Stamkos and Marchessault walk. I'm bringing O'Reilly back for 1 year. I don't know if he's going to touch the ice at all, but he could work as a 4th line center if to do nothing but win draws. Free agency, though, this is a huge thing for us. I don't really want to spend $18 million, and there's no other unrestricted free agents super enticing. Actually, Morrow's down here does look pretty good. I do like this deal. I guess I can fill up some depth and see how that works. Evgeny Malkin is still in the league looking for a 2-year contract at 42 years old. Good God. I'll send this deal to Adam Fox with no clause. If he wants to accept it, go for it, but probably just gonna trade you right after, pal. Oh, he accepted. Well, now I'm going to feel like a dick because I'm just going to trade him. I mean, I guess I could run a season with him first before I just send him away so uncouthly, but who all is expiring right now? Forsberg and Johnston are expiring. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford that. Wyatt Johnston wants $14 million for 1 year. That's about $5 million more than he's getting right now. What does Forsberg want? $12 million, 2 years? Yeah, okay. I gotta ship him out. I don't know who for yet. I don't have any ideas, but Adam Fox will be playing for someone else. And they kind of have to be someone else who's on a rookie contract. What does Matthew Schaefer look like right now, though? Not checked in on him. He's an 86. Wyatt Nightingale? What the hell kind of name is that? Man, give me Wyatt Nightingale. You kidding me? Max Penkin, Wyatt Nightingale, Pavel Fugelberg? Are these real people? Give me Fugelberg too, and a 1st round pick. Oh, they're over the cap. Damn it. Never mind, New York. You can have your Nightingale and your Fugelberg. Ooh, Maddox Schultz on the Sharks. 83 overall, still has 3 years on his rookie deal. 19 years old. I like this. I like this a lot. And honestly, the way this roster looks, I mean, this is a pretty good trade for them. They need a defenseman. I've got Adam Fox. Give me Schultz. What the hell? P-Rab. Behathel. Give me P-Rab. Who else? Do I need a defenseman? No, not at that price. Actually, does this even go through? They got a lot of trade value. Damn, they're over the cap too? All right, then I'm pulling an audible. Give me Dickinson. I think I can get more out of this, but in the spirit of not being like a scumbag and just signing people to trade them, I'm gonna send this. Goes through easily. They gladly accept, and we get our elite high player who's gonna play where Steven Stamkos was right off the rip, because ours is only a 78 overall. All right, I was kind of questioning my moves after that draft, but okay, yeah, pro scout. I wouldn't trade away players that I don't care about my rep, okay? It's a cutthroat business. I care about winning Stanley Cups. If I gotta kill a few babies and maul a couple of elderly women and burn some churches down, that's what I'll do. New season, new lines. Here's what we got. The all-new crew. Line 1, Matthew Nyes, Wyatt Johnson, who's now a 92, and Logan Stankoven. Forsberg, I switched him with Nyes. You see, if I put Nyes down here, it's the chemistry's different. Forsberg wants to play with the young gun, Maddox Schultz, and Luke Evangelista. On defense, there hasn't been any changes yet. I should probably start working on this a little bit, but Dakota is improving. He is progressing, and in between the pipes, I don't even know if I've shown you this. Soros is 34 right now, but we have a goated backup in Jack, who's starter high potential on a really good deal right now. Hopefully he don't ask for too much. His contract's currently about to expire, but Soros, we've got him locked in. I've got higher hopes for this season. They're not that high. I mean, I'm looking at the same lines you are. This definitely isn't a crew full of contenders, but we get some progression on Maddox. In the AHL, we've got Max Melanchicks here. Hopefully he can dog out in there for one season. Hopefully, my goal is to have Maddox Schultz win the Calder this season, which gives him some attribute boosts, and then have Max Melanchucker come in, him win the Calder. Calder 2 years in a row, getting all those boosts, and then maybe the year after that or that year, we win the Stanley Cup. Or we could just win it this year. That would work too. According to coach, the season goal is to take the squad to the playoffs again. Hopefully, we make it out of the first round. Hopefully, we make the playoffs. If we do miss the playoffs, that's warning bells, sound the sirens. We might be cooked. Trade deadline time. We're not a bad team. We're pretty good. Braden Point? Jack Hughes. What could they possibly be asking for to justify them being here? Am I going to be able to re-sign them? Does it matter? Because this is such a huge boost to the squad. Which one do I take? They're both equal. I think I got to go for Jack Hughes. What is the move here? I might trade Wyatt Johnston. He's 28. Whoa! Why has he been playing like booty cheeks? Hughes hasn't been at a point. Holy, no. What about Braden Point, though? How has Braden Point been playing? He is 33, but we're looking at an older timeline already. Under a point per game. No. 94. No. Barkov? There's no way Barkov is scoring more. They did just have the first overall pick. The Florida Panthers did, and I traded from them. Barkov might be the better of the three. I'm still not going to go for it, though. Man, that's crazy. Anthony Cirelli. Wow, the Lightning are just selling their whole team. Oh, who can I trade for that can help this team, but also give me the salary cap to re-sign? This is perfect. This is perfect. Ville Koivunen, 26 years old, top 6, perfect third-line player, 85 overall. He's on a great deal right now for $3 million. This is actually the most perfect trade I can make. Give them a prospect, a guy who's not going to touch the lineup this video. They'd be under the league min. Okay, I have to give them someone I'm paying some amount of money. Svechkov, does this go 1-for-1? He's a better player on a better deal, and he's younger. So I'm going to have to add a pick. I don't even think I need my second round pick. This might be overkill as well. There we go. Perfect trade. I love that trade. Next, similar move. This time he's only signed for 2 years. Malcolm Spence. Do they want a goalie who is very young and will not be good for a long time? They do. It doesn't go 1-for-1, but let me add in 1/4 and 1/5. Get that deal done. There we go. I like that. I like that trade. See, sometimes I go too big. Let's do some small minutia trades. Here's how it's running now. Spence is on that third line. Koivunen actually is on the second line, but I have a feeling like next season we're going to have Max Melichuk on that second line. We are struggling to close out this season, but we should secure our playoff spot any second now. Against Calgary, maybe? Nope, we lost. Against Columbus, maybe? Yes, we get it done. Clinched a playoff spot, back-to-back seasons. See if we can make it past the first round this year. We went 46, 29, and 7. Will Johnston led the squad in points with 75. We still are missing that top end guy. Forsberg went for 68. Spence had 54. Played all right. Nyes only 46. I'd like to see more out of him. Where was Schultz? 53 points out of Maddox Schultz. Is that going to be enough for the Calder? Let's check around the league, see what other people had. Brady Wassilin. God damn. 55 on 28 goals. But was he playing in the first line? No, Maddox Schultz even had more minutes than him. Damn, he just played better. Well, hopefully the plus minus comes into effect here. Hopefully, you know, somehow Maddox can scam the Calder out of here. But if not, that's going to be rough for our squad. In the first round, we've got the Chicago Blackhawks, led by, of course, Connor Bedard, who scored 78 points this season. So we shouldn't be in too much of a threat. Bedard is still their whole team, I'm pretty sure. And he's not at a point per game. There's no way Bedard carries them past us. We go 1-for-1 in game 1 and 2. Series tied into 3, and we take a W. We can take this home through the next 2 games. 1 is at Chicago. 1 is on our home barn. We win 1 and lose 1. 1 game until we win it all. Game 6, and we don't. We're going back to 7 again. Oh my God. If we get the lead in the simulation and they score 4 in the 3rd period again, I want to be so disappointed. Okay. Scored 2 in the first. It's okay though. Evangelista's keeping us in this game. But we're done. Back-to-back Game 7 Round 1 losses. This squad is starting to look like the Leafs. There's no one really in this draft class to trade up for. But that doesn't matter because I don't have any picks anymore because I traded them all away. Just do my job. Do it right. Build the team, get it done. In the draft, I'm going to just try and pick up as many sleeper bangers as I can. My first pick is pick 57. It's telling me we've got a little bit of confirmation on this goalie being elite medium. What else do we got? There's like nothing. No sleeper picks that the scouts have found. There are a few gems. Nothing's jumping out at me though. This guy's 3 years out and he's 20 years old. How is that a gem? I'm gonna risk it on this goalie and I might just trade a ton of goalie prospects. He is elite medium, 56 overall, so that is good for... That was our only pick. Well, it's good that we got something out of this draft, but it probably wasn't much. I'm gonna go around and probably trade a lot of my goalie prospects before next season and do whatever I can to make this team better. Re-signing, we've got $34 million to play with. I haven't signed him yet. Now he wants $11 million for 7. Before he was asking 14 for 1. I like this deal a lot better. I'm actually going to crank it down to 11.5. I like that. Does Johnston like that? He'll get back to me later. Forsberg, we do need him back. He wants 8. Okay, these are good deals. I'll bring it down to 7.9. Hopefully we get confirmations on both of those soon. Actually, I'm going to just sim ahead. We get Johnston and we get Forsberg. Those were the 2 big sticking pieces. Also, while I finish up these contracts, if you're still watching at this point and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free. You could change your mind at any time. And it helps out the channel a ton. Heading into free agency, we actually have a pretty good amount of money. Waiting to re-sign Stankoven, waiting to re-sign Forsberg definitely worked out in our favor. We got a lot of extra cash here. Do I use it on a free agent or do I use it in trade? Whoa, 14 million for Hughes, 12 for Point, 14 for Barkov. I like all of these deals. I'm gonna send out asking price on every single one. I would take any of these in a heartbeat. We'll see. Hopefully one of them says yes. Oh, Barkov said yes. Well, I don't have the money for Hughes or Point now, but Barkov said yes. Who am I paying the most? Barkov now. But now that I'm looking at this, I'm kind of cooked. A lot of things are ending this season. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maddox Schultz is now franchise medium. He didn't win the Calder, did he? No, he didn't win anything. We've got quite a few contracts coming to an end this year, just in case we don't win the cup. Although I think this year and next year are probably our best years in a long time to win after we get Barkov here and we get, what's his name that I traded 3 first-round picks to go up in the draft and take them. We get all that in the lineup. We've got a very important 2 years coming up ahead of us here. Let's see what the squad looks like right now. Is Barkov going to be the first-line center or second line? He's going to be first-line center. Barkov, Forsberg, Johnston, Matthew Nyes centering the 3rd line. Do we not have any centers? All right, well, before I do anything, I guess I can change up the lines a little bit right now. Before I do anything else though, I'm gonna go get a center. Could get 1 year of Preston from San Jose. I like that. 85 overall. Third line center. I think that's a good trade. Hopefully they want a goalie. They don't, but they're still going to get one. And they're going to get a second round pick and a 6th and a 7th. And that's going to be enough. That's more than enough. No, it's not enough. I didn't even read what that message said. I probably should have. I'm just going to put another pick in there. Still not reading what that message said. I'm going to just put a different pick in there. And I'll read the bid off value. Okay. So I just need a better pick in there is what you're saying. Just another 2nd round pick, which is insane. Done deal. All right. Let me get one defenseman and then I'm going to run this season to the deadline. Cripps. Let's see. I think we can trade for Cripps. Hopefully they want a goalie. A super young goalie, because it doesn't matter whether they want him or not. That's what they're getting. They don't want him, but they're getting him. Who matches their block and skaters? Someone that I have that's very young, who's not going to touch the ice. Hopefully, yes. Rombach. Not enough, but I guarantee I can get this to go with some picks. I know you want to draft, and you know I don't want to draft, because this video is about to be over, because we're going to win a Stanley Cup. Here we go. It's all done. The deals have been made. Let's check out our lines now. On offense, I'm going to go with Forsberg, Barkov, and Johnston. Second line, Nye, Stankoven, Schultz, Spence, Preston, Melanchucker. We still don't have a center on our 4th line, but this guy does have 71 overall faceoffs, which I think is good enough. We've got 74. I mean, Barkov is going to be the guy taking the faceoffs. He'll be taking all the important ones. On defense, things look a little better than they've looked over the years. Cripps is finally our 3rd guy that can hopefully complete a pretty solid core with Peter Yavarik and Sergachev. In between the pipes, there are some issues going on. Julius. Is his name not Julius? It's Juice? I thought it was Julius Soros. Whatever he is, he's 35 years old and regressing. Jack Ivankovic is 85 overall right now, 23 years old. I think he can take a nice step in. We've got a good tandem going here. They're going to split some games and stay energetic. I'm hopeful for this season, but let's see what Coach thinks. Season goal better be to compete for the cup. We've got a squad. That's what Coach thinks. I'm ready. We're ready. Let's hit this season. Let's hit it hard.
I can't lie to my Charlie.
Good, tell me everything.
Okay, they were both here.
They were both inside me. Eduardo was in my mouth and Luther was in my butt.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No, what?
Bonnie.
Eduardo who?
Sanchez.
Holy shit, tell us more.
Then Luther went in.
Eduardo's butt for a while. Tell us less. Tell us less.
Then they both completed on each other. I was left out of the finale. And then Eduardo went out.
And then he killed somebody. And then, well, that's all I know.
Jesus goddamn Christ, Mommy. You know that, just say that. Don't tell me the whole thing about banging every single guy that comes to the house. If you just know the part about the murder, just say the murder part. Oh my God.
Kucherov. How many points does Kucherov have right now? I know sometimes you get these older. Yeah, still 47 points. How much is he playing a night? 16 minutes? It's $10 million though. How do I even... Wait, Kucherov is on New Jersey? I'm still over. They're going to have to retain a lot of this salary. Now it's approved. I could get more out of this. I'm going to save my goalie. Yes. Yes. We're run. We ride. We're done. Nikita Kucherov. He's kind of buns now. He's super old, but you get some of these old players, even when they're old and their overall drops, they still perform. And the simulation does love a little bit of Nikita. No! I was wondering what was missing on my lines. Philip Forsberg's at 82 now. This might be the last year. He's 36? This is actually the last year. Oh God. 4th line center, Philip Forsberg. Oh, I'm cooked. I did not realize he was so low overall already. I think we'll be fine though. I think we'll be okay. Second half of the season was a little, not second half, but after the deadline, was a little rough, but 50 wins. It's pretty good. 85 points from Johnston. Still no 100-point player. Barkov had 16. Johnston really put a huge load on his back. Maddox Schultz turned into a franchise medium and then just didn't want to develop at all. He's got 67 though. Good performances all around. I do want to see Kucherov put up some points in the playoffs on that lower line. Forsberg, I don't know, man. I feel like it might have been a little bit too preemptive to put him down on that 4th line. I feel like he was kind of producing when I had him higher up when he was dropping overalls. Not really that much. We'll see how things go. Can always call an audible. Actually, I have an idea. I want to put Forsberg playing with Kucherov. I like that. Oh, +4 too. Oh yeah, I like that third line. Oh, actually, I'm gonna put Schultz on that second line. Look at that. Look at that chemistry. Why didn't I do that long ago? First round of the playoffs, we've got the Minnesota Wild, or Kirill Kaprizov and friends. Shouldn't really be anyone else on this team. I think we should have a pretty good chance at a first round victory here. We're supposed to be competitors, according to coach. We've only gotten better throughout the season. Game 1, we take in overtime. Game 2, we take in regulation. And Game 3 in regulation. Can we hit a clean 4-game sweep against Minnesota in round 1? Yes, we can. Who have we got next? The Colorado Avalanche. A really good squad. I don't know who they have on their team still. Hopefully no one too great. We take Game 1. We take Game 2, but lose Game 3 5-1. I'm going to simulate Game 4 and 5. If we win both of these, we're on to the semis, but we lose both of them, meaning we're on the back ropes. One loss, and it's all over. And would you look who's leading their squad in points? Are you joking? Claude Giroux? I got to go see their team. Claude Giroux playing. He's on the second line, 81 overall, 43 years old, leading their team in points right now. McKinnon is 35 and H is 32. What about on defense? They've got Kilmacar and nobody else. There's no way we're getting cooked up by Claude Giroux right now. Come on, boys. Back against the wall. Show them what you're made of. Game 6. Let's take it period by period. We're in our home barn. Or no, we're not. We're in Colorado. We're trying to close this out at home. We put up 2 in the second period, though. Muse and Spence. Third period, we stay with it. We take the dub. There will be no repeats of what happened at the beginning of this video. We will go and take this to 7, and we will win. Period 1 of Game 7, we go down 1-0. Claude Giroux. What is up with this guy? Period 2, we're making a comeback with Nikita Kucherov and Will Johnston. It is all tied up. Period 3, can we take the win? We do! Off of Melanchucker and Evangelista. We are going to the conference finals. We've got the Anaheim Ducks. Assuming they still got the Cutter, Leo Carlson, McTavish, Yukov core, I like our odds in this series, and we're down 2-1. I still like our odds in this series. Sim the whole thing. I don't care. Wait! We win it in, what was that? We won it in 6? That's right, coach. We set out to make the finals, and we do. And we're facing the Montreal Canadiens, a team that's in one of the greatest spots in the NHL right now, currently in real life and in the video game. But how did they develop? They also won 50 games a series. What does this team look like right now? Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Demidov. Let's just run it, see what happens. Predators versus Canadiens. First 3 games, we're up 2-1. We win at home twice, lose on the road, and we've got another road game coming up for Game 4. We lose that as well. A series does not start until someone wins on the road. Montreal could take control of the series right now, and they don't. We sneak away in overtime. We've got them on the ropes. 1 game away from a Stanley Cup championship. Can we do it in Game 6 in their home barn? Period 1, up 1-0 from Muse. Period 2, tied 2-2. Melanchucker, Caulfield, and Demidov all putting pucks in the net. Let's see what happens in period number 3. No matter what, I will not jump in and play it myself. Forsberg with the game winner. You're joking. It's picture perfect. With 5 minutes left, I'm going to hop in, not to play. I'm going to do CPU versus CPU. Predators have the puck in their zone, busting it out with 7 seconds remaining. Matheson has a chance here to take it to overtime. What does he do? Diving opportunity from Demidov, but it doesn't go. The Nashville Predators are your Stanley Cup champions. Couldn't get it done with Roman Josi as the captain, but Philip Forsberg does get his as a Predator. He scores the game winner to make his team Stanley Cup champions. Logan Stankoven is going to take home the Conn Smythe. I don't know if Forsberg is going to lift it. I feel like, yep, he's right there. They took his C away. Well, hope you enjoyed. Tell me who you want me to rebuild next. Like if you like, subscribe if you're new. Check out my Twitch. It's the first link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good day, and goodbye.
This is not easy for me either. But
One more thing
one
before you go, Skip.
Okay.
One more thing.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.
You did.
I gave you everything I had.